Okay, so I just want to say this. In my birth chart, it's so funny because it says stay away from mediums and psychics. But in my birth chart, it says that I am a psychic and I am highly intuitive or whatever. So I don't know if they were saying that because they mean like other people be in competition with you. Maybe I'm a different medium. I don't know what that means or whatever because I know that I'm a medium and I'm a channeler for the most high spirit, whatever. But it's just like, it's what I'm saying. People just do certain things or whatever. And from this moment on, this is what I'm gonna start doing. Whenever somebody says something slick or whatever out the side of their mouth, and most people really they can act like they this and they that, but they really not bold enough to really just say it directly. They'll just throw little subliminal shots, and it's like cowardly type stuff. Cause my thing is, if I have a problem with somebody, I'm gonna say your name and I'm gonna expose you. I'm not gonna. Only cowards do that type of stuff. So that's the problem I have, and it's like I said before. I'm gonna be very very careful with people that I share on my page because a lot of people that or claim that they're spiritualists, they may just be like spiritualists and like just for like, let me see how I can explain it. Some people when they channel messages, if you notice, they'll just channel stuff and tell you stuff, which is good to know is being hidden. But it's like as far as like deep knowledge and stuff like that, it's like let's talk about the most high and stuff like that. If you can really just do it or whatever. Just I'm not trying to say like just telling people business or whatever is bad or whatever, letting people know because it's very enlightening so you can know who's not stopping you. But a lot of people who throw them shots or whatever and try to and claim that they're healed or whatever, and they trying to give people. I don't see how people can hate on other people, knowing their energy. Then they're okay. They know the person's energy. Then they throw shots or whatever, knowing how it's gonna make the person feel, knowing the person a good person, knowing the person not arrogant. The only way people can do stuff like that is like if they jealous. Now, have you ever heard me get on my social media platform and say that my knowledge is better? A lot of people they'll do it after I share them on my page or whatever. Just be like real slick or whatever, and but like I said, can't never just really just say it or whatever. Just throw like little jabs. I don't like people like that. Now this is what I have to ask: can people really be of the light if they do stuff like that? Now we have to think about when you're a reader or whatever, just in general, not a reader, just a person of the light, empath, whatever, prophet, whatever. Now, when you are in the process of healing people, you're telling people who are coming against them, you're telling them this person is hating on you, this person is doing this, you have people lying on you, you have this person is jealous. So if you can read that out and you can see other people doing it, but yeah, you do it, then how are you a healer? That's what I just don't understand. It's like a lot of stuff and I'm not gonna keep going back and forth, because I've been already advised not to do certain things because they said it's just overall the feeling is jealousy or whatever. It's so many people do real silly stuff or whatever and then act like they're of the light, but you're not of the light if you're not doing it. So it's just very, I'm gonna go back over my page and delete a lot of stuff and then not even look at certain people's channels anymore. But that's why I say people that just do certain things or whatever. It's like, and I don't like people that join in on bullying or whatever. It's like they'll see you. Number one, I'm by myself, and a lot of people are. They being gang stalked. They be by themselves or whatever. They go through a period of isolation, so you can realize the truth about people. But it's like I don't like one thing about me. And like I said before, it's certain readers that I'll just go to their reading, and this will be after I share them on my page. And usually, sometimes I'll feel a funny feeling with not all of them, but some of them. And then some just say, nah, some just don't see right about their character, but I ignore it and I still put it up because it's like they didn't come at me yet. So I'll put them, and it's like I be looking at cross-reference readings, and some people just be seeing some silly stuff or whatever, just silly stuff. One person was saying something about it's a guy or whatever, a reader, and I'm not even going down talk because I can be really mean, but he did a reading, and a lot of people read Erie's readings and was saying something like people don't really want to get to know you, understand, but then I know intuitively and just physically with my eyes seeing if somebody is tampering with my page. I told you guys already, the people list, and just in general, I just know that I know there's more than 4 or 3 people watching my page or whatever, and I already been told I've been hacked several times. So it's just I just don't know how to remove it, and it's not really important enough for me to just remove it quite just yet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if I really want to do something, I'm gonna really go hard and just go all the way in and do it or whatever. My messages or whatever, or the messages that I receive, or for the public and to help enlighten other people. So that's what I'm saying. It's like people will say you doing too much, but I don't. I would never go to nobody's channel or whatever and just constantly see them post and turn, especially look at the message and read them and say that they doing too much or they think they better one, especially if I know the energy. See, that's why I get so hard on people who read energy, because it's like when you get up there and you know, you can look through those cards, you can feel that, you can see it or whatever. You can feel that the person is just, trying to get through something. You can feel that they just, you can feel that or whatever. So when people get up there and do that, the only thing that I can think is that you secretly work for the devil or whatever. And we could just say that or whatever. And it's like, I'd be so happy whenever somebody backstabs me now. At first it was like, oh my God, and you just be like shocked and you don't want to. Okay, when it's like I said before, when it's one empath around a whole bunch of narcs, it's like you don't want to deal with that or whatever. It's like you just, oh my gosh, is this person doing it too? This person doing it too? This person doing it too? Then now when people do it, it's just like, okay, I see you or whatever. Then I delete you and I won't even mess with you no more or whatever. Because remember, as people are psychics and can read cards, which means they can read your personal business or what's being hidden or your enemies or whatever, you have the power and you will be judged even harsher for that if you take that information and you work against that person or whatever, especially if you claim it to be for the light or whatever, and you can see the full truth. And it's like, that's what I'm saying. People, they just do certain stuff. It's no way I'm gonna look at a reading or whatever, know somebody energy and throw a shot. Look at a reading, know what somebody going through, know they past, present, future, instead of there a lie or purposely mislead or But then I'm calling myself a healer and saying I'm healing people or whatever. So my knowledge or whatever is not better than the next person's knowledge or whatever. It's just that I'm giving messages and it's not my knowledge for me. Some things that I've studied and learned on my own, and I'll put that in with channel messages. So people really need to check that. So it's no way I'm gonna sit up there and be like, y'all haters. And I talk about haters a lot because the Most High hates haters. He despises haters. He despises people that have that like resentment or bitterness in their heart against somebody, sitting up there and looking and just thinking they think they too much, because that's what the devil did to the Most High. He went through that. He experienced that. So people who are the light, they don't even get jealous of people. I don't look at other people and readers and I'm like, dang, they know a lot. I just see them and I'll be like, man, I'll share it on my page and be like, they doing their thing, and I have done it before. But people, I just don't see how people can look at the information on my page and be like, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like the only way you would do something like that is if you're a part of the dark side and you pretending like you work for the light, or either you just a demonic evil person or whatever. Because it's no way around it. Is if you have any type of anger or resentment in your heart or whatever, or just jealousy, or especially when it comes to spirituality and talking about the Most High, and you know the energy of a person, you know a person not up there faking and fronting and all this other stuff, then it's like the only way you can do this is if you work for the devil. People don't never get up there and look at Kenneth Cole and be like, they think that they false, or they think they don't never say nothing about these type of people or whatever. These mega pastors, they'll say something every now and then, but people will get them money, cheer them on. But as soon as somebody's to get up there and tell the real truth, it's like something in you, it takes something in you or whatever and does something in you to make you feel some sort of way. So from now on, like I said, this is my layers list. I'm finna look at people and I know for a fact who they are. And when people do stuff like that and they throw little shots, then it's like I can take what you say and let that resonate and from the past stuff that you said. But then it's like I gotta question everything you say, because when people are envious of you or jealous, and you are envious and jealous if you throwing shots or whatever at somebody or whatever, their energy. So it's like if when people do stuff like that, it's like now nothing that you say is like it's all up in the air or whatever. So that's why I say people really need to check themselves. And if you don't check yourself, the Most High will. People have all this knowledge or whatever, spiritual knowledge and stuff, but can't check themselves. I have spiritual knowledge and I'm able to check myself. I know if I'm wrong. I know if I'm doing this, I can check myself. Nobody's perfect. And I even say nobody's perfect. But it's like people they have all this knowledge, but they don't have nobody around them, no messages that what you're doing is wrong or that's not right. You can't channel the Most High, and He can't tell you that you're gonna be put punishment for that. The Most High doesn't like people that gang up on people and jump in when they see somebody going through something. And everybody just ganging up. Isn't that what they did to the to Yahshua or whatever? And then think back to the Passion of Christ so you can see a visual. They all jumped in and Peter said, I never knew him or whatever. They spit on him. They laugh. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like people, they just do certain things. Those are not God's people. And then you got to also realize that the Most High, as a child of the Most High or whatever, we go through that. All His children go through that. And just internally, I'm just not going to do nothing like that because I know how it feels or whatever. It's not in me to do that. But you got to know that He went through that. His children going through this. So how do you think that He's looking at you and your punishment for that? People just be saying like little smart ass stuff or whatever, but never, say it directly. But like I said before, and I'm not even, I'm learning now that people are just, what I'm learning now is that when it's people constantly doing it, it's not you, it's them or whatever. They have serious insecurities or whatever, and they don't have a true connection with God. Because true people that have a true connection with God and His children, they don't do things like that. Only people that work for Satan do stuff like that or whatever. So that's why I said people, you'll support people, you'll just say a compliment, and then they'll throw a dig, and then they'll wait till like I'll put them on my page and do it so other people can see it. But that speaks on your character or whatever. It doesn't speak on mine. So like I said before, that's why I be keeping certain people at bay. People that are envious, people that are manipulative, people that just, and then another thing, you lying too. If you're throwing a shot or whatever, talking about people think their knowledge is better than yours or whatever, if you're throwing a shot, have I ever said that my knowledge is better than anybody? Have I ever got on here and said I'm the all being, all knowing or whatever, and you better listen to me or you're going to hell or whatever? Have I ever said that? I know internally people are gonna go to hell by the true character of their how they act, how they treat people, whatever, based on what the word says or whatever. But I'm just not you blah 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 or whatever. Just I how do I say this without getting upset or whatever? Because the old me would have just, just in general, just went at you or whatever and cussed you out and just really read you. But it's like me as I'm getting more enlightened in the public eye and just not that how God wants me to say things. It's just like I'm just getting more mature and learning just not to. Okay, how do I say this? When you know you're doing the right thing, you know you're living right, you know you have pure intentions, and you fully like are awakened and stuff, and you start getting even more closer to God, what happens is that when people come at you, you start realizing, hey, it's not me. Now you just show me that you're just a hater or whatever, or an evil person that secretly works for the devil, and I know not to watch you no more, or even respond to you no more. So we'll just say that or whatever. People just, like I said before, is people can say all day they jealous, they not jealous, they can throw shots, physical, say whatever, you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't got this, so how the Most High speaking to you, this and this and that. But then it's like, if you're not envious of a person, then you wouldn't throw shots at them. It's no way that I would ever see somebody doing their thing, and I know they good, and I know they a genuine person. I'm still gonna talk down on them, or whatever. When I know that they don't think this, like I'm not finna keep proving myself. I found myself kind of like trying to prove that I'm not arrogant, not cocky. And I already got advice on don't do that or whatever. These people not healed or whatever. Don't try to how do they say? Don't it's like I don't have to prove that I'm not arrogant or whatever because I know I'm not. I know I'm a humble person. The Most High knows it, and that's really all that matters. But it's like you bring bad luck up on yourself. Now you know you getting messages or whatever, angelic high spiritual messages from angelic beings, the Most High, whatever spirit, the Holy Spirit, as people claim. But you envious and throwing shots at people and know their energy. So that's what I'm saying. The only way you can do something like that is if a demonic spirit is talking to you or whatever, you portraying like you are the light. The only way you can lie on somebody and know a person's past, present, and future is if you work for the devil or whatever and you acting like you work for the light. Because if you really in the presence of high spiritual beings, if you're really in the presence of talking to Archangel Michael or the Most High is really speaking to you, then it would be some kind of fear, and he would immediately tell you, you better not say that, or ain't no, you better not say she think her knowledge is better, because you know that I don't think that or whatever. So that's what made me think that certain people work for the devil or whatever. Because remember, the devil knows your past, present, and future too. So we'll just say that. And like I said before, it's certain tarot readers, very few that haven't switched, but it's some of them that just be, you know what I'm saying, they just be trying to talk slick out their mouth. But that's your judgment and that's your punishment. Even if the public doesn't see it or whatever, you will be judged for that because you know the energy of a person. So we'll just say that. And I just want to do this, and I'm gonna go back over my page and look on some stuff and see who I want to delete or whatever, because a lot of people or whatever be claiming to be of the light and claiming that they are God's people and they're really not. So we'll just say that.